Hi there, welcome to my channel. I just wanted to share with you today two of my favorite granny squares to use in pretty much all of my granny square creations, whether it be a coaster or a blanket, certainly a blanket, or even one of my granny square chickens. These are the two patterns that I use all the time, really. This one is known as I believe, the Sunburst pattern. And what I love about this one is you can pick your favorite yarn. This here is obviously a very colorful yarn. They don't even make this anymore. It kind of makes me sad. But, and you can just keep going in rounds until I like to stop. So there's 1, 2, 3 rounds. And then to finish off the square, I like to use a different color, but you can certainly keep going and use the same yarn to create your squared off border for your granny square. That's a really pretty look as well. But my favorite thing with the Sunburst, or what I've known it to be called, the Sunburst pattern, is that you can create obvious flower looks. I have made several daisy squares in different colored yarns. Obviously this is my sunflower. I like to use this when I'm making my chickens. They're pretty fun with the flower, where it's just very defined. This is actually using 3 different cotton yarns, and then this is a really super soft acrylic to just give a little bit different texture. And then of course the color, I think it just kind of makes it pop when creating the sunflower. And again, all these different variations, all these different looks you can create just by this one granny square pattern. So YouTube has a lot of tutorials on the Sunburst granny square. I personally do not have one yet up on my channel, but I like to just show you different colors using this pattern, just to kind of give you ideas, get that creativity flowing. Sometimes, you know, as those of us who love to crochet, it's just fun to browse color combinations. And here of course is using one solid color. This is a much thicker yarn. This is a Premier Bamboo Chunky yarn. Both of these are, I think this was like a rust color, and this is the off-white. Actually it just might be their white. And this is this beautiful turquoise. And again, this is the Bamboo Premier Chunky. This is the same pattern, and again, taking it all the way around the edge. So if you're creating a blanket, it might be really pretty to kind of alternate the solid with the white edge. See how fun that could look? I hope you're able to kind of get some ideas going. And what else? The other, well, of course, I have so many different looks here. But the other pattern that I like to use, especially if you just want to mindlessly have a project going, say in the evening or when you're watching TV or something, is more, I know it to be called just the traditional granny square pattern. And it's basically, you just keep going in rounds, and you can make a really large, my favorite blanket that I sleep with at night is a really large square, granny square. I will plug a clip in here of that. Blanket with a fun pom-pom border. But depending upon the yarn, like this is a merino wool, and so it's very, you use a very small hook for this. See how pretty that looks? You can just keep going and going, or you can stop and make it a square. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds for this. I think I did, let's see, in this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds. So it's a little larger. You can see the difference here. And for these, I use a 5.5 millimeter hook. Usually, sometimes I just use a 5, but this is about my favorite hook here that I use for creating my blankets. But you can simply make a bunch of squares and put them together in a large blanket, or even a scarf, maybe even just by one and going in rows. I've seen people do that, and those turn out really pretty as well. Or like I said, just keep going and going, very simple rounds, and kind of just mindlessly, before you know it, you have a large, beautiful blanket for yourself or a gift for a friend. This is actually with Hobby Lobby's. I love this cotton. It's the blush, I think it's called blush pink. I'm pretty sure it's the really light, almost like some people refer to it like a country pink, really light shade. It's super pretty, and my goal with this is to actually create a blanket. So this is 100% cotton. It has a nice light weight to it. It's very soft, and I think this is going to create a beautiful blanket once I get as many squares as I'd like, depending on how large I want to go with it. But again, you could just keep going and make one large one. So I hope that helps, just to kind of get things flowing for you, and a little bit of inspiration today, and what you could do just with 2 simple patterns, a granny square patterns. And again, you can mix them. I have a blanket that I created where I mixed these 2 patterns together, and I'll pop a little clip here of that. I do have a reel on that on my channel. So, okay, I hope you enjoyed this short little video here, and I wish you happy crocheting. Thanks, guys. Bye.